The Manhattan Project was the U.S.'s top-secret atomic bomb-making effort in 1941. A massive bomb assembly plant was built for it in Los Alamos, New Mexico. The project cost nearly $2 billion and employed over 120,000 Americans. The first atomic bomb ever detonated was built there. So were the bombs the U.S. used to wipe out the cities of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. The Manhattan Project has a pretty horrible legacy, in other words. So it's only fitting that the U.S. is making a national park out of it. Really? Legislation to turn the birthplace of our nukes into a tourist destination already passed through Congress this year, so it's looking pretty good for it to happen. Brilliant. A few buildings in downtown Los Alamos will be part of the park properties, as well as 17 buildings at 6 other lab sites. The V site will be included in the park. That's where they assembled the very first atomic bomb that was ever detonated by humans. The Slotin building will also be part of the park, where Louis Alexander Slotin was killed after a slipped screwdriver accidentally began a fission reaction. And the areas where Little Boy and Fat Man were assembled will also be included in the park. Those were the nukes the U.S. dropped in Japan to murder hundreds of thousands of people in one fell swoop. What a feel-good national park this will make! Yeah, so some people are against making the Manhattan Project site into a national park. They say it's a debasement of the national park idea in general. And they say it's a glorification of one of the worst things Americans, or humans in general for that matter, have ever done. Many people are for the new park, though, saying that the Manhattan Project is a huge part of our national history that we should remember, for better or worse. And I say, absolutely, yes, I totally agree with that, supporters. We shouldn't pick and choose whichever historical events to commemorate in order to paint a rosy picture of what our country really is. We are the country that has actually used nukes on other countries. And we are the country that's currently engaged in over 70 wars. We are a country that makes a lot of war. And until we truly accept what that history means, we're destined to keep repeating it. So the Manhattan Project Park is exactly the one the U.S. deserves. Tonight, let's talk about that by following me on Twitter @TheResident.